I am a Mirage full video. Now, if you didn't know how I'm a Mirage started, back in the day when I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 on Nickelodeon, back with India that let me know that watching all the slice life anime like Snoop Dogg was gonna come into play. Start off from me downloading anime DVDs, me watching anime episodes from Just Dubs, the website. Always having a rival there, Cooloosh. It started when I was watching an anime called High School Parodies, where there's a king who was engulfing gold in his mouth. And I was connecting everything is connected to Dragon Ball Z. Where I heard the echo of Cooloosh say specifically, "Oh, go ahead, Riz, do your thing. I already know I'm gonna do the whole Chris Brown." Therefore, our rivalry was set ever since. But here's the thing, I wasn't mature enough. Nor did I have the patience to watch that specific genre of anime. Later on, the Shin Mirage that is My Hero Academia got faded away. So if you didn't know, the moral of my channel through move tricks is that do the ugly thing, so the pretty thing becomes a journey. There is also many Mirages, but the one that's exactly fact for this video was by his single Golf Perp, where it comes to fade away, that was the Mirage that was gonna be just like Eminem. But even further into detail, the worst thing about Uncle Tommy in the Hood is that I was a full adult on paper Lily that knew hotbox and knew things just worked this way and that way. Wait till the point where on the outside I look like Harvey Birdman knowing everything, but everybody's still keeping a running gag of a cartoon. Doing so well, the biggest Mirages has to do something with Sonny. Sonny was a big Mirage because he was why I hosted Primo TV. I did the thing with Sissy. Basically what happened with that generation was something racist was going on. Sonny was the big part about my Mirage because that was the revelation between human generation, what humans are going to resort to, because my verse was breaker reverse psychology. We go to another Mirage that has to do something with the build. There's a build that has to do something with this video that's called Hilary Duff. And it has something to do with Penguin Drum. Penguin Drum is a big Mirage. The whole story was I was suffering abuse from Damo in Damo's house. I found this anime that looked just like Beat Chris in India, where Penguin Drum started, but remember how my mom always schools, being educated. Penguin Drum is a girl and I am a man. Hilary Duff came to play as soon as I had the reality show with Pink when it recognized that I was a new version of Coolio. That's why I got the nickname, The Creator. This suddenly became a device. Now, much more than you believe it, the Aerial is actually a weak Mirage. It's not a big Mirage, it's a weak Mirage. We all know why. Because the battle with Sabo literally became the default as a grown-ass man. It's a Nokia. Nokia knew everything. Nokia was the biggest Mirage within itself, and the Mirage goes like this. Oh, that's randomly when somebody plays your rap out, somebody raps fast, and somebody raps slow. That's off this video because the default of the situation was the fact that I was both Shosu, I had more grades than everybody else, and and that led to the Ultra Mirage of me, Christopher Sabat, and Zane. We said the almighty line of leave Rihanna alone. Goes to the reality show of Pink, fuck the girl from Law and Order. I didn't think the hood was gonna lead to racism. You have to perform like a mainstream media. Dude, the #1 rule of being a rapper in the streets is always be hard, always have Stone stuck up bills, but listen to Hilary Duff and all that other music as long as you can knock someone out. Came to build with Penguin Drum. On the reality show, the versus battle with Mike from Platinum, when I chose Gargoyles. I see Jesse proud of me. Lily, that is a Mirage, in a build that's actually good, that has standard, and that's why I compare it, to when you're in the hood, you're not validating anything, why it's the same. Like I said, the Arrow was a weak Mirage, and Nokia was a big Mirage. Let's get to the modern Mirages on my channel. That might not work if you know how the hood actually is, which is my anime. My anime was a Mirage, ever since I had that 1 year, my versus battle with my mom with 2 versus 8 is definitely a Mirage, goodbye Mr. China that down the line. That's how she really is in real life. My anime is a Mirage versus the constructive criticism I got back in high school is I had a hookup instruction, I had a hookup to producers. Number 1 Mirage from my anime is Skittles. The reason why I'm making it separate was because the anime went hand in hand with my grown man complex. When it comes to everything lately with the mainstream media, it's Scarewolf. I'm like, this guy who does this and that, fucks the girl from Law and Order, doesn't know anything because he's cold, doesn't give a fuck about anything, Our mom is also Mirage. The reason why I'm a Mirage overall is because I played the system. I knew how to be a lyricist, I knew how to be a mainstream rapper, crip like Fabulous. And also, another one that, was in the pudding, and this all had to do with me writing when I was younger. But as I told you, what specifically happened was I was actually, high tier in high school, I listened to Forever Since Kids, it's one of the biggest ones when it came to Tut. I actually grew up with punk rock people, but I knew how to rap ever since I was younger. So, when I'm influenced by these people like Smeggy, etc., to get the running gag with Secret Squirrel, I get to sneak in my rhymes to the group home. Lyoko Girl is Lily a big Mirage. I have to understand, Lily, down the line, Lily, where it came to pudding, Lily, when I was back to the corner out life, after she called me retarded and lonely, after Drip 2, after Fabulous. happened sternly when it was 2020, after I had that revelation with Lisa, after I became cold. My channel first blew up. That's when I started to watch all Slice Left Abby like Snoop Dogg. It was after dodging a bullet. Literally, it was after I knew Armand was coming. It was a real fucking revelation. You need to let go of my channel, guys, because it got to a point literally where it was either or, but I knew how it happened. Literally, when I was playing the Android 18 episode for Chris, you know, the Sabbath, literally, when she was beating the fuck at him, like, Chris, I'm gonna play that one episode again. That's where it is. You know, the other, you know, side, literally, of the Mirage, literally, was I became a little kid that was a punk with zero who had the best grades in their class, was instantly biased, because I scored higher than everybody else. When it came out, I did better than everybody else. To the point where I was a rich kid. If you don't know, society makes you full retarded. I said, Chris, I'm gonna blast your honorary father to the universe. You didn't care, you didn't matter, you don't understand. That's a big part of Mirage, because that's literally why I got into Tuesday together. That's why I knew the game on paper. Literally, even Blake was there. Blake was there, literally saying that, oh, we're a new version of Tuesday Delegado, Foundation, etc., this and that. About getting paid, knowing the system. Zara, literally from knowing Milty, after I knew her number, after I asked her for an hour, literally, crunch her with my mom, literally, that gave me extra leverage with my mom, was hella funny. You need to understand, literally, that shit with zero is tough, but society puts you in a situation where it doesn't matter. Before Chris was an imaginary concept that became, you know, real due to some things. Not all things, you know, God is knowing of all things, else he wouldn't be able to make mistakes. Let's get to my uncle, my child, literally, Steve from American Dad, Rick House Bandit, Big Mirage. Because it shows you that's where all the characters, while I'm in a situation right now where Tandro isn't even validated on paper. It is, literally, when you have Uncle Tommy, literally, being Steve from American Dad, that's where everybody in the movie, literally, with that little green monster coming out, Rick House Bandit. Is a big Mirage, especially with Todoroki. The skills is where the anime officially took off, really to a point when you saw the anime in outer space. All this for a corny ass channel on the internet when the guy is secretly gangster. There's a song, literally, that was in Verse Code to be a Fabulous, you know, in 50 Cent. It was based on a beat I actually made before. What I did was a 500 rounds video was a Stuck in the Tiger. Literally, I knew I was big tier like T.I., you know, Fabulous, this and that. So I let, you know, T.I. go and let Fabulous go. Literally, I said something like a tiger. Then killed them both on TV. There you go. That's the full video of why I am a Mirage full video.